Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude. I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Well, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers, and you can transform your life. Right now on WHFS in Tampa and WWNN in South Florida, Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium who can assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. For the next 2 hours, listen and call in toll-free. 888-565-1470. 888-565-1470. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube. And share love and light.
Oh, yes, indeed, there is a light right here on WWNN and on WHFS. You're listening to us live, broadcasting out of South Florida and popping on over to broadcast live to our friends in Tampa. 1010 AM, 92.1 and 103.1. And over here on WWNN, you've got us at 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And we're answering your questions tonight at 888-565-1470. We're talking about life, the opportunities that life presents, and how do you follow your bliss? And what is the meaning of following your bliss? How do you know what makes you happy? You know, there's that song, if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. But there's a quest for happiness that people are trying to find in today's world. And following your bliss may not be the same joy and happiness that makes someone else feel good. Some people will actually feel like they're in this energy of connection of the divine and be totally thrilled to be in the energy of nature and a butterfly. And to someone else, that would never make them happy. They're just like, whatever, it's outside. And they have other things that excite them and make them feel enthusiastic. We're all on our own personal journey. And now more than ever, it's so important that we follow the energy of our relationships and our hearts and our connections that fill us. Just think how you can make yourself happy. You see, no one else can make you happy. Happiness is an inside job. Sometimes we have happy experiences with people. They make us feel as if we feel excited to be with them. We enjoy their company. They are fun. We share memories with them. We go to dinner. We do things. But does that really make you happy? Is it the person you enjoy? Is it the experience you enjoy? And what happens when we're left to keep ourselves happy? Well, I guess that was the story of 2020, how to amuse yourself. How to feel happiness in spite of the fact that you couldn't participate in some of the external happenings that made you feel as if you had more in your life. Suddenly you're realizing that you don't know happiness at all. You don't really know what makes you happy. And sometimes we're not happy because we're living a life that someone else wants us to live. You know, when you're growing up, sometimes people present to you opportunities they think would be ideal for your personality. And if those people are influential, perhaps your parental circle, they influence you. A lot of people end up living a life doing things that don't make them happy. They don't know how to find happiness. And a true happy person can find happiness in every moment. Even if it's something they don't want to do, they can see the good side in it. They can find the joyful achievement in doing the task, or the fact that it helps something beyond themselves and they're happily participating in that experience for the moment. So we here encourage you to follow your bliss and learn in this second half of 2021 what makes you happy, what makes your heart sing, and how can you lose yourself in the energy of peace, tranquility, love, light, joy. It's an interesting experience. You know, this country was founded on finding our happiness and our liberties, the pursuit of happiness. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. So what is the pursuit that you have in your heart? What are we pursuing to create? For some, it may be their own business. For another, it could be a financial freedom. For someone else, it could be a new job or that life partner that they've been waiting for and just haven't seemed to have connected to them yet. We all have a feeling of what happiness can be. And many of us are chasing a dream. But you have to be careful that you don't chase too hard, because you may be chasing the wrong direction, because you're trying to push to make it happen. The best dreams do not happen to you. They just fall into place. You don't have to make it happen. And life is easy when we allow things to come to us. See, a person who follows their bliss, they have the ability to live in the moment of now, and just be. And trust that tomorrow will take care of tomorrow. And that at this moment they can be fully present in the moment. And there's no reason to complain right now. Things may not be exactly the way you want them to. But what are you worried about? You're part of a divine universe that always wins. God always wins. So the things that are to your dissatisfaction, do your best to be present and find joy and happiness in the moment. Don't nitpick over all the things you can't do, all the things you want life to be. How could you follow your bliss and be happy if you're focusing on the list of things that you cannot do, or the list of things that aren't the way you wanted them to be or the way they used to be? We have grown adults complaining, but you're breathing, you're alive. And you can create peace and tranquility and happiness and joy within yourself, within your own immediate circle. You don't need all these distractions. They're great, and they'll be coming around when they come back. But for now, this is God's wake-up call for you all to recognize that it's not important all the different things that you were doing. What's important is how you're handling and what you are doing in this moment. And how you're being true to yourself and honoring the voice inside. The person who has the greatest joy right now is the person who knows how to be in solitude, or who understands silence and doesn't need a parade of people and conversations and mindless chatter. The person who's happy now is the person who recognizes that the things that are out of their control, they just need to surrender and stay true to themselves and trust that God's got our back. The universe will never let us down. We're part of a great universal plan. And God's plan and man's plan, two different plans. So what story are you signing up for? You need to sign up for the story that brings you happiness, joy, harmony, love, and share love with people, with individuals all around you. And lets people know that there is a reason to hold your head up high. And that people can care about people. And that it's okay for people to agree to disagree. We don't need to condemn someone for their stance. In the end, it's all going to work out. In the end, it's up to you to make yourself happy. And if you think that going to all these different places and doing all these different things in crowds of people were really bringing you happiness, then you're going to look a little deeper. Look at when all of that was done. How happy were you when you stood and looked in the mirror and had to entertain yourself? And what did you have to bring to the table? Were you bringing authenticity? Or were you whining over how things have changed? The world is changing. We know that. And we can't help but wonder what's going to happen next. But if you were to fast forward in your life, and maybe we all should give this thought, if you fast forwarded to your life and you looked at the next 10 years and said to yourself, if I had 10 years, what would I do differently than I've done in all the years that have already passed? And how would I feel? And what would happen to make me feel happy? And then back it up and say, if I had a year, what can I do in this year to make myself feel happy 365 days? We'll even let you take 5 days off to have an off day, but where's the happiness quotient there? Every day you have to choose to find happiness. You have to choose to be living in the moment, live in the present energy of where you are. And the things that are not to your liking, you have to realize that this too shall pass and let it roll off your back. Do you want to be in the corner, watching life pass you by because the life that you see is not the way you want it to be? Or do you want to be in gratitude and be grateful that in this moment, in the breath of life, which you still have, that you can live? You know, I saw a post of someone, just when I was going live here for the show, when we posted on our Facebook page, I saw a post that someone had made, and, you know, he's traveling around the world just wanting people to appreciate a smile. And he's been through some great, great loss. And he's been through the loss of a child. He's been through some brain injury. He has cancer. And what he chooses to make himself happy is bringing happiness to other people and putting a smile on other people's face. And helping them understand the importance of a smile. And that has the power to heal and transcend a moment instantaneously. Change it to something different than it was. It's like that serious moment when someone just cracks a joke, just breaks the ice, right? So when you think of that, and you look at that individual, who I have the utmost respect for him, and you think to yourself, how much of life is promised? How long is life? And you think that at times we have brushes with a shortened life. Then we overcome that obstacle. But it creates an awareness. Do you need to overcome a major life-threatening obstacle to find your happiness? Do you need to overcome something tragic to stop complaining? Do you need something tragic to happen to the world for you to stop pointing fingers? Does something have to happen in the world of humanity for us all to really band together? And focus on creating love and sending love and understanding that love is the ultimate power. As a human, without love, you are powerless. Love has the power to heal and conquer everything. But if you don't hold on to the energy of love and you don't share it, if you don't do for other people, not for the recognition, but what you can do to assist them in the path, give them a helping hand, and how are you going to find your bliss? Life is precious. You know, there's that song, think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. Where is that now? Where is that now when people who helped us in other countries are in a difficult spot now? Are you criticizing strategy? Or are you on your knees praying that everybody and anybody who needs to be spared and saved that is possible gets saved and spared? But I know we're going to just talk about the story. If you want to have a spiritual experience in the world. You can see things through our own human eyes. To err as human, none of us are perfect. But you could really, really benefit by seeing things through what you would imagine God's eyes would be. And understanding that everything has a divine order and a divine way, and some things just can't be helped. And yes, hindsight is 20/20, and I'm sure a million people could write a million reasons on my Facebook post why different things could have gone differently in any circumstance and story. Be it from 2020 to 2021, any moment in history. We could all look at it and say, what would have happened if? But that's not what happened. How do we get from where we are now to where we ultimately want to be, which is love, light, and peace? And I know we have listeners all across the world, but being in a great country like America, we need to feel love and light within our own country for our own people, and have respect for each other in order to really be of any service to any other country. If we've got holes in our own dam and we're running over and plugging up everybody else's dams, how are we not going to drown in our own mess? And it's not all about what's going on the outside. It's about what's going on in the inside with each one of us. Because if everyone was following their bliss, and everyone knew what made them happy, and everyone found their joy, and everyone had a reason to breathe, a mission and a purpose that was not just based in ego, we would all be in a different place. And it's a journey. So some people are at different levels of all of that. And that does not mean that anyone is greater than another. I'm not on a soapbox talking about how people should be and claim to live in a glass house. We're all navigating our own humanness. But in the journey of navigating that experience, every day you have to consciously find your joy, your happiness. You can't keep looking out into the world and finding out what's wrong. What's wrong with everything around you. As a critical person, you're pointing out everything that's wrong. Happiness is an inside job. But love is free. Love is something that we need to find within ourselves and give out. And then all the things that you want for your happiness will come to you with ease and grace. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to go to the phone lines. I want to hear from you and help you follow your bliss, what makes you happy. And of course, we're talking on Facebook, Sarah Spiritual. YouTube, Sarah Spiritual. Follow us. Join the conversation. Watch the show live if you're in your car and getting ready to jump into your house and start your evening routine. But heck, whatever you're going to do tonight, make sure you do something that makes you happy. Helps you follow your bliss. Thanks for listening, WHFS. Glad to have you on board. And WWNN, we're going to be right back.
Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470. Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
We've got a feeling you'll want to listen to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. for insightful, intuitive messages on WHFS. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor and transformational coach who will assist you. Join Sarah Spiritual for a powerful hour of life's questions and Spirit's answers. I've got a feeling you'll love Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 6 to 7 p.m. Wednesday. Got the feeling? Just call 888-565-1470.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Sarah Spiritual, and we are Spiritually Speaking all across the nation. And we're following our bliss tonight right here on WHFS and WWNN. We're answering your questions at 888-565-1470. You got something going on in life that you need some answers? Well, we'd love to answer those questions for you. And we'd love to chat with you on Facebook at the Sarah Spiritual page. And we'd love to chat with you on our YouTube page. But for now, I've got to go to the phone lines. I've got to go to Lake Worth, Florida. I've got Marianne on the line. Marianne, how are you?
Good. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great, Marianne. And how can I assist you tonight?
I just want to know what the spirits have for me.
Okay. So it's interesting here, Marianne, because clean slate, new beginning. You really have got a clean house. Are you cleaning house right now, Marianne?
I have. I haven't finished it yet. I was.
Okay. Keep going. Keep cleaning, like cleaning up, cleaning house, cleaning closets, clean, 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 Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Right, I hear a commercial in my head. Because I feel like as the world is changing, Marianne is making her own monumental changes. New opportunities, new work, new location, move, move, move. They keep saying move, move, move. Movement in the direction of everything that you desire, and following your bliss, Marianne, and no longer doing things that make you feel dissatisfied. And I feel like I go like this, whew, all your work is done. Like it's like, oh my God, I did it for everybody else. Now I got to do me. Right. And it's really going to come full circle for you and kind of hit you right between the eyes and really knock you into place in the month of February of 2022. That's when everything kind of comes to this culmination of like, okay, Marianne, now you got to go. Now you got to do. Now you got to get it finished. Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. And is there a contract, a paper connected to something you're negotiating right now, please?
Yes.
Okay, like a contract for a house or something?
It's with an attorney for getting my mom's house back. Okay.
I see contract, paper, house, property. This is what I see. So yes.
Yep.
And this is something that is is moving along. And I know that it's important that you do it. I don't know that it'll be an easy thing to do, but I do feel that the angels, the guides, they're all pushing in your favor so that this can land perfectly on time for you.
Perfect. Awesome. And then also I have two questions. How my husband and my mom is in the hospital. I want to make sure she's going to be okay.
Okay.
Parents have anything.
Your husband's birthday?
8/25/63. Matter of fact, today.
Oh, yeah. Well, I hope you didn't forget and just remember, because,
I
girl,
didn't.
Oh, because you'd be in big trouble, girl.
I know.
I'd be like, get out of the house now while you can. So, yes. So your husband's getting ready to wind some things down that he's been doing? Yes, please?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I feel like he's closing up chapters as well in his life. And for him, balance is coming into 2022. So whatever seems out of balance for him, just please understand that it's going to calm down. Life will be easier.
Nice.
So, but I just feel like he's got a little more push to get done. And Mom's birthday?
3/15/32.
Okay. She's going to be in the hospital now for a few more days. Is that what they say?
Well, that's what they said. Yes.
Yeah. Like 2-3 days?
Mhm.
Okay. And as long as we keep an eye on her, she should make a good recovery coming out of this. But I do see her there in the next 2-3 days. And then she should be able to
So
go
this is the
home.
second day.
Yeah. So as long as she passes all their check marks, it'll be good.
Awesome. I'm glad. I hope so, because I'm stressing home because I can't go see her.
I know, but
It's tough.
I understand. So, Marianne, if I were to ask you, and I said to you, follow your bliss, what is your bliss? What would make you happy?
My husband and I be okay together because we will have our roller coaster.
Roller coaster?
Be happy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You're two totally different people, and I think that is the key to relationships is having your differences and working through those differences so that you can learn to mutually accept each other and respect each other. But I feel like once things calm down a little bit, it'll be easier for you to focus on the relationship. Not an excuse to not pay attention to the relationship, but I know things will start to calm down.
And we'll be okay. Hopefully.
He's a stubborn guy, but yeah, you'll be okay.
Yeah, he's a stubborn guy. Absolutely. You're right.
I know he is. So I'm like, make him his favorite food, honey. Do something. But
I am
good.
today.
Good. All right. Thank you so much, Marianne, for calling and
Thank
following
you so
the
much.
show. You're welcome.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 888-565-1470. I want to hear from you. I want to talk to you. Come on, WHFS. Give us a buzz here at 888-565-1470. I want to answer your questions. And in the meantime, we're going to go back to the phone lines. And I've got to go to Art. Art is in Boynton Beach, Florida. Art, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, Art. And what is your question for us?
I wanted to know am I going in the right direction? Am I on the right path right now?
And we are looking at studying something, please, yes?
Yes.
There's a course, a class, something, a program that we have to take to accomplish what we want. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So when I look at the energy around you, the first thing that they make me aware of is that this year is, first and foremost, you've got to put you first. And you have to learn to take better care of yourself. I feel like you've been a little reckless in your self-care. You haven't been really concerning yourself with what you need, what your body needs, and how you want to feel. And self-care is going to feed into your self-worth. And then when I move you in the direction of your career, I feel as if when I put you into the month of January, I see a lot of success coming for you. I'm also feeling this energy around you that talks to me about relationship. You have a question about relationship because that's where they put a question mark, is over the word relationship.
Yes, I'm currently in a relationship right now, but he's going to move to Georgia pretty soon.
Yes. And
I don't know how I'm going by it. I'm trying to be calm about it, but it's kind of rocky for me because it's just like, wow, like another person is like kind of gone. You know, this is like a one-time thing for me. I never really dealt with relationships.
Yeah.
And this is someone that's serious in my life that I really do appreciate.
Well, that's why I see a question mark over it. So what I will tell you is this. In the energy of this relationship, there is a mutual connection between the two of you. What is his birthday?
He is November 4th or the 3rd, I should say.
Oh, I'm telling. Okay, so, all right. So when I look at this energy here, he's ready for a new beginning, and I feel like last year is and was a difficult time for him. So he went through a lot. But when he moves, I'm going to tell you that I feel it's going to be okay. And I do feel that the relationship can and will be able to overcome the move if you choose to live in the present moment and follow your bliss and enjoy each other now rather than stress about it. Things will have a way to work out. And if love is meant to be, it'll be.
Right.
Okay?
Right. You're so right.
There's great love here for you. Art, how did you hear about the show?
It was from him. He told me to call you.
Well, beautiful. So then did he tell you don't worry?
Yeah, he told me not to worry.
Don't worry, baby. Everything will turn out all right. Don't worry, baby. It's time, honey. Just let it unfold. Stop stressing.
All right. Thank you so much.
It's out of your control. Don't worry about it. Love will find a way.
I'm sorry?
If it's out of your control, don't worry about it. Love will find a way. All right, honey. Thank you so much for calling and following the show, and welcome to our family. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, not yet, we'll go back to the phone lines. Okay, we're going back to the phone lines? We can't go back to the phone lines either. I'm going to Facebook. What's going on here, people? Mercury retrograde, what's up? It's not even Mercury retrograde, but that's all right. That's all right. We've got Sherry. She says, my temp job ended today. Wah, wah, wah. So she's upset. Can you please give me an idea when I'll pick up some work again? You know, Sherry, your temp job ended, but I don't really see you without work as long as you apply yourself. You know, no time to rest on your laurels and get a little lazy. I feel like, honey, it's going to be most likely about 12 days before you get picked up by another temp agency. So thank you, Sherry, for your wonderful YouTube question. And then we're going to go back to the phone lines. You know what? We'll go to break now. We will take our break, and then we will come back. I got to go back to the phone lines. I got calls all across the nation. We'll go back to our Facebook page. And we're going to keep keeping on here, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for listening. You're listening to WHFS and WWNN. Sarah Spiritually Speaking with me. Call us, 888-565-1470. We'll be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
We are right back here live on WHFS and WWNN as we wind down our first hour on WHFS. If you're listening, I hope you sure pop on over to be continued for a whole nother hour. And let me not forget, I almost forgot to mention like one of the most important things. So bravo to all of you. Bravo for us. 600 live national radio shows. And we measure them by the show. And my shows have been known to be 2 hours. And then we even did a few years of 3 hours. So if you think of how many hours or half hours of radio time that is, we've been in it together, my friends, and it's over 12 years, and this is our 600th live show night. We'll call it a show night, and I couldn't think of a better bunch to hang with. So thank you so much, everyone. We're going to pull a question from Facebook before we go back to our phone lines because we've got a message from a Joy Christina Wright. She says, my daughter and I have an opportunity to move into my loved Dan's home, mother's home, until we get a house of her own. And she's feeling a little anxious. You know, I understand that. And of course, I recognize that this could be a difficult strain. But I also remember from another question that you were looking for a place to go. And it was kind of a tight fit to make sure that you would both be okay. Because I thought there was a placement of housing that was up in the air. And so if this is presenting itself, then we're going to trust that the divine and the universe is going to have your back. And guess what? If your love's mother is going to be a part of the family, you guys are going to learn how to get along eventually. So this might be a good test to see how this relationship is going to go. So put your happy face on and let's go, my darling. It's time for you to spend time with your love and, of course, be able to have a roof over your head for you and your daughter. Thanks so much, Joy Christina Wright, for your Facebook question. Greatly appreciated. We're going to go back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. And I've got to go to Terry, and Terry is in Oregon. Terry, how are you tonight?
Good. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great, thank you. And what is your question for us?
My question is, the past 2 days I've been having a lot of intestinal bleeding, and I just have a really bad feeling that it's just not a good thing. And I'm afraid to go to the doctor, but I go tomorrow. I just want to know if I'm just over-exaggerating, or is it going to be okay, or I'm really kind of freaking out here.
Well, okay, I can understand that. And first of all, Terry, I'm not a doctor. I cannot diagnose.
No, I know.
Giving you that. I have to say that, though, so that we have our little disclaimer here. But I will tell you this, that when I look at the energy here around you, I feel like it does need to be looked at, and I don't want you to be afraid that you have to get it looked at. And I feel as if there's something that needs to be adjusted. There's something that needs to be taken care of. Maybe it's an irritation. Maybe it's some type of polyp or something. I don't know. Can't make a diagnosis. I'm just giving you what Spirit's showing me. And, you know, I just kind of feel like they're going to just do one little thing and that will stop it. And I feel like something got agitated, irritated. So I want you to go back, and the doctor may actually, there's also been a lot of stress around you as well. Is that also true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So so some of these things happen when we're under a lot of stress. So I want you to, in order to prep for the doctor, I want you to go in as informed and aware as possible. I want you to write down what you've been eating for the past 3 weeks or so, and if there was anything out of the ordinary that you put into your diet. I want you to kind of look at a trigger of the emotional trigger that I see that was about 2 weeks ago was a lot of stress around you, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Sarah. I just have a couple more questions.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm trying to move out of state. I don't know if I should go to Florida or state of Washington. I'm kind of torn. I don't know. Do you feel anything for either one, or just stay where I'm at?
You're in Oregon right now, and I just don't feel like you're quite ready for a whole new beginning just yet. So you're thinking of moving, but we're not going to make this move just yet, are we?
No.
Okay.
No.
This year is a closing out of old things for you, and this year is really going to slam some doors shut. This year, meaning the end of this year, and then when I take you to 2022, making a move to Florida would work for you. Making a move to Washington would be a second choice for that. So you either stay in Oregon or you go to Florida.
Okay. Thank you. I was feeling the same way.
And this is next year's operation move is next year, okay?
Okay. Right. And just one more question. Yes. My friend Todd, when we were my sister and I have a twin sister. We were 19. He committed suicide, and lately I've been feeling him.
Okay.
When we were 19.
I'm going to pause you, Terry. I'm going to pause you, Terry, because that's a real important question, but that's something we have to lead with.
Okay.
In order for me to establish a connection, I do have to get to another call. So.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Do not apologize. It's just in fairness. In order for me to make an evidential connection and produce that information for you wherever the question was going, I need more time than I have according to my clock, okay?
I understand. Thank you, Sarah, so much.
You're welcome.
Really did a lot of my stress. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bless you.
Let me know how you're feeling. Bye for now.
I will.
Okay, great.
Bye.
Great. And we're going to go back to the phone lines, 888-565-1470. And I've got to go to Illinois. I've got Eileen on the line. Eileen, how you doing?
Hi, Sarah. Congratulations. 600 shows.
I know. Holy crow. I can't believe I've been sitting here this long. My goodness.
I can.
Well, I know you haven't listened to all 600, so I know that. But we have some people who have. But I know you've been following us for a while, Eileen, so thank you so very much. And thank you for the congratulations. And bravo for all of you, because This show has really always been all about you and all of your questions. So that's why it's such a passion and mission for me to do this show every Wednesday night. So, Eileen, what is your question for me tonight? Because you've got quite a few balls in the air, too.
I do. I have a deposition this Friday on a very big case.
Yeah, big legal matter.
I'm wondering if you could give me any insight to the outcome.
Well, the outcome is going to be two-part because I feel like this deposition's going to drag. I feel as if they're going to try to complicate it and make it a little bit not seem like you're quite being as authentic and transparent as you need to be. And I want to make sure you have all your papers because this involves something that is tangible. Yes, please? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So have all your papers, have all the information, and you're just going to have to trust the divine in that. And I just feel like there are people who are pushing back against you, Eileen, who don't want to see you win this. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So it's like the Hatfields and the McCoys. It's like this little crazy battle I see here. So I'm like, oh, Lord, who's throwing a beer can at your house? But I want you to know that in the end, it's supposed to end in your favor.
I'm sorry?
In the end, it will end in your favor. That's what is supposed to happen. It's supposed to end in your favor. Because you have all the proof and everything you need, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah. They're not going to be too happy to hear that. So that's where the battle's going to just carry on a little bit longer.
Ooh. Do you know approximately
you have your deposition?
How long?
The deposition, and then after they gather all the information, then they're going to decide when they want to let's make a deal and how this is going to all shake out and make a decision. So I'm going to take you to October.
Okay.
Yeah, October, November, somewhere in that timeline. All right, Eileen?
Okay.
So you just got to go do a good job for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. Do not, and hear me in your head, do not let them rattle you. And remember to say, God's power is the conquering power here and now in your head. God's power is the conquering power here and now. Thanks so much, Eileen. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. Hey, WHFS. Follow us. Come on. Catch us on iHeartRadio on WWNN. Follow Sarah Spiritual, Facebook, YouTube. Continue with us. And WWNN, don't you go anywhere. We're going to be right back.
Down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light. There's a light that opens doors.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly
Someone to in this crazy world that we live in, and we lose ourselves every day. You can turn to me and count on me to be there every step of the way. I'm your safe haven every day. When you're thinking I can hear you, I am with you now, and every step of the way. In this crazy world we live in, we lose ourselves every day. When you feel like you're lost and you don't know where you are, I will guide you to be in the safe haven with me. In this crazy world we live in every day, it's so easy to lose the way. So if you know in your heart I'm with you every step, you will find safe haven today. You will find safe haven today. Safe haven today.
Spirit guides and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions and to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in. 888-565-1470. 888-565-1470. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube. And you can share the love and light.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light.
Yes, indeed, there is a light right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And we're celebrating 600 shows with all of you. So thank you, bravo to all of you, and share this page, share the light. I'm going to check in my Facebook page here and see what's going on. We're going to take some questions from Facebook and see who's got a story going on that we've got to look into. So who do we have here? Cindy Bennett. Cindy Bennett says, hey, I recently quit. Literally felt the earth move as I lay sleeping. I felt as if I was experiencing a mild earthquake, but let's see what happened next here on this lovely story. So I imagine she's asking Cindy Bennett what happened. She felt a shift. She felt an energy shift. And that energy shift, she's asking what happened. You know, here's the shift in consciousness that we've all been talking about since 2012, Cindy Bennett. And this is like a recalibration, a vibrational shift for your body. And this is something that is going to shift your consciousness, and it's going to help you grow spiritually. And it's aligning you to your divine potential and frequency. You should feel more connected and aligned with the divine. Keep us posted on that. That is not an unusual, believe it or not, feeling a bit of a shift like an earthquake underneath you. That's a kind of a common thing these days. So thank you, Cindy Bennett, for sharing that. And Katerina, she says, is the condition with Jack going ahead and be a relationship? So I'm assuming here she's asking us if this relationship with Jack is going to move ahead and be a relationship. And so what I see here for you is that this energy around the two of you, it's working its way there, but I don't know that Jack in his energy is ready for relationship yet. I feel as if this is his year to expand and make some changes. You can look for a little more evidence. I wouldn't jump right into this, Katerina, because it's time for you to slow up a bit. This energy for you is really about you taking care of yourself. And when I move you guys into 2022, the conversation should lead us to something a little bit more consistent in the direction of a relationship, which is how I feel you're asking the questions. Thanks so much for your Facebook question. We're going to pull another one from Facebook before we go back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. And Helene Marquez says, hey, let me know what my spirit wants me to know and how they want to guide me. So, Helene, the first thing they make me aware of is that this is a time for you to set some boundaries that are important for you and not give to people when they are not giving back to you. So you're going to have to learn to say no, my spirit guides say, and be true to yourself and learn to follow what makes you happy. And Helene, if you are thinking of, Helen, a move of some sort, there will be time and change coming for you, coming at the end of the year between the December and the February time. So if you're considering moving, that might be a good time to look for a different place to live. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. And then we're going to go back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. I've got Nina. Nina's in Florida. Nina, how are you doing?
Hey, Sarah. Thank you so much for taking my call.
You're welcome,
How are you?
Nina. I'm doing great. What part of Florida are you in?
Dunedin, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay area. Welcome to our show. And Nina, when I ask you, how did you hear about the show? How did you come to hear about us?
It was destiny. because I'm going through something right now, and I was just meant to hear it. I've been listening to the station for a while, and I've never heard this until now. So
yeah, we've
that's
been
why I'm
hanging
here.
We've been hanging with you guys on WHFS for about a month now. So welcome to our family. We've been on national radio for 12 years. So welcome to the club, honey.
Thank you.
So let me just first open a spirit. Let me just tell you a little bit of what I'm seeing here. When you look at the energy around you, the first thing they tell me is that you're not having the way to find your happiness, and you feel like the rug is getting pulled out from under you, and you want to expand, and you want to do more things for yourself, and you want life to be more expansive, more great, and more vast. But everywhere you go, you're hitting a wall, and things are blocked and stuck. Does that make sense to you, Nina?
Yeah.
What is your question for us?
I met somebody, and I've had a great connection with him. And I went to this Reiki thing, and I've seen that he was from my past life.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost him. I'm married,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm in love with this other person.
Yeah, I understand. So what I had written here on my paper, for those who are with me here, is I have the word loss. Okay, so I've got this whole energy of loss right here. And they're talking to me about this loss because it was a connection, and then it was like the rug got pulled out from under you. Remember I said that when I first connected with you. It's like you didn't even see it coming. You got blindsided, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So there's a song we have in the show that I play. Do you know me? Do I know you? I think we met before. I was seeing you before me, before I walk through the door. Do you know me? So you know each other from another life, and this awakened something in you that was so strong and so powerful that it literally knocked you to your knees, and you never felt anything like that before. True?
No, it didn't. Yeah.
And it's like
exactly.
you can feel him, and you can actually hear him in your mind. You can still feel his energy. And you guys are connecting in the dream state right now. But he had to shut it down, and he shut it down quick. And that's where you're confused, because you don't have any closure. But the two of you could almost finish each other's sentences and just be totally connected, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So
are we going to be together, or are we done?
You're not done, but for now you're done. And let me explain. He had to pull back. I don't feel that he was ready for it to get as intense and serious as it did. What's his birthday?
8/10/78.
Okay. But he's got something else going on in his life too, because his life seems very chaotic and hectic, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. There's another partner, another circumstance going on over there, is that true?
We're both married.
Okay. He can't invest in what you two have right now. It was too much for him. He couldn't handle that. Please do not think that it wasn't a real connection, because it was. But I'm going to say something that I feel like it's just blocked and stuck right now. I'm going to move you into the energy of the month of October. September is going to seem really rough for you. I want you in your mind to just always know that there's a connection that's real and true, and if it's meant to be, it'll be. And I want you to just trust the divine. You're the type of person that I'm talking to that I would say I would love if you and I could do a personal session, so I can go into a little bit more detail of some ways that you can keep yourself connected and sane, and then we let the universe take its course for you. But you did not imagine it. He did not play you. So if you have a friend that tells you that he played you and it was all a game for him, it was not a game for him. It was so real for him, he had to stop because he wasn't prepared to do anything about it, because he couldn't. This makes sense based on what you know of him, yes?
Thank you so much for telling me that.
You're welcome. You're not crazy.
That's exactly what I've been asking myself for the past month.
Yeah. And it's a complicated circumstance, I understand, and now you have to switch gears, and you have to show up fully for your life and your family, and that's not an easy thing to be split. So to be true to yourself is to find the things that make you happy, be grateful for where you are at this moment in your life, and ask God to bring this around full circle in a beautiful way, that everyone is okay in the journey, or to heal your heart, whichever God decides. Yes?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will.
Look me up,
will,
Sarah Spiritual, and visit my website and pop on over, and we'll connect sometime in the future when it's good for you.
Thank you so much.
You're
You've
welcome.
done so much for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. Yep, when love hits, sometimes it's not always at the perfect time, and it can be a little rough and rocky. But, well, we're going to go to our next caller, and that's going to take us to Miss Natalie. Natalie's in Boynton Beach. We've got a lot of people hanging with us in Boynton Beach, and the phones are ringing here at 888-565-1470. I sure want to talk to you on our 600th live show. Natalie, how are you? Hi,
Hello?
Natalie. Yes, how are you?
Yeah, my name's Madeline.
Madeline. Oh, Madeline. My goodness.
Yeah.
I'm really starting to think around here it's Mercury retrograde today, people. It's like special ed day. What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, Madeline, how are you in Boynton Beach? All right.
I'm doing good.
Great. So how can I help you tonight?
Well, I feel like this year has definitely been an end to one chapter and a beginning for like a new chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, I live with my mom, so she wants something else from me, and I kind of want to go in a different direction in my life. And, I just want to explore and try new things. And I want to go back to school, too. She also is pushing me to go back to school, but I just feel like it's not aligning.
Right.
And I just don't know if I'm wasting my time with all the school. And, I kind of want I kind of want to inspire people. That's what I want to do. I just don't know how I'm going to do that yet.
Okay, so
but
take a breath.
To inspire and really help people.
All right, but you need to breathe, girl, because you're like all over the place. I'm like, oh my God, am I at a ping pong match?
Sorry.
What's happening here? Okay, take a breath and hear what I'm about to tell you. What you want to do is something that unfolds. It is becoming aware of ourselves and journeying and learning about who we are to really find the best way of articulating how we can be of service to others and influence and make a difference in other people's lives, which ultimately is where you want to go. So for some people, we start out in one way. I started in a totally different direction from where I am now. Everything always had an element of I wanted to do something with people or for people. So, Madeline, that's coming for you. But right now, you're not in a position to figure it out. And I'm going to say this because guides are telling me this. You don't have enough life experience yet to be a way shower and a leader of people, because you're not centered enough and you don't understand what your bliss is, what makes you happy. Now, I do hear the conflict between Mother thinks we should do this and I would like to do this. So I'm going to tell you that Spirit talks to me about what you're good at doing. You're good at organizing people. You're good at events. You're good at projects. You do not do well when you're doing meticulous things that you're a backroom administrative person. You don't like tedious, tiresome tasks. You want something that has energy to it and results, and you can work on it and see results and get recognition because you like recognition. You like to be in the limelight. You're a proud person. So if you were to be a nurse, let's say, once you put the IV in, you would want to walk out and have everyone applaud you because that's who you are. But doing it behind the scenes is not going to float your boat. So you have to find something that is going to be rewarding and is scalable. I can start small, I can do little things knowing I'm behind the scenes, but I can grow. So you would make a great person in a project management position. Of course, not based on our initial conversation, because that was pretty scattered. But once you formulate your thoughts and you have a plan, I know you can articulate what needs to be done. What would you like to go to school for besides helping people? And what does Mother want you to do?
I have a really strong passion for I love fashion, and I like to create things.
Okay.
And I'm into creating content and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, and my mom kind of wants me to go to school just to like, do real estate, and she wants me to go to school to do like do business administration, and I kind of want that too. But it's just I feel like I'm all over the place, like you said, and I
Right.
don't quite know myself yet.
Well, here's the
And,
best part, but here's the
yeah.
best part of going to college. When you go to school, the first year and a half is really just about getting into school and getting some of the main courses out of the way that are necessary for your college degree, and then we focus on our major. So business administration's great, but maybe business project management might be a better route for you. Look at the business programs and see what aspect of business you would like to focus on. It would be very advantageous for you, even if you build a social media marketing company. Even if you write content for a marketing company, it's good to have that degree in the business project management, because then you could be the head of that department, a head of a team, you see? So this is how you break it down. But we can't just jump up and write content because you don't have the experience. You can do it for yourself, for your own Instagram, your Facebook page, your YouTube, whatever you're on, Telegram. But it's just a matter of, got to focus right now. So go to school. Real estate is a future endeavor for you, and I feel that comes for you later, and that's about 10 years from now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Madeline, how did you hear about the show?
From my friend and her boyfriend.
Well, tell your friend and your boyfriend. I think I talked to her earlier in the show, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Tell them I said thank you. And you're in Boynton. I hope you come visit me. I have a center in West Palm. It's the Expedito Enlightenment Center. So look up Sarah Spiritual and come visit. We've got great books and crystals and tarot cards and oracle cards and herbs and you name it. We've got everything there. So I'd love for you to pop on in and check out our spot.
Okay, definitely.
All right, Madeline. God bless you. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. I've got to go back to the phone lines. And, oh, my goodness, from Boynton Beach, Florida, I got to go to Chicago. I've got Ivan on the line. I think that's who I got. I'll never know anymore. Who do I got on the line?
You have Yvonne.
Yvonne. Oh, okay,
Yes.
Yvonne. There you go. See, it's just a special day here at WWN. Okay, Yvonne, how are you, my dear?
I'm okay. I'm okay, Sarah.
Good. What's your question for me?
We lost my niece, my sister's daughter, on August the 11th.
I'm sorry.
Last week, 2 weeks ago. She was born July 16th, 1993, Sarah. She had just made 28 years old. Was in the hospital a week and a half, and she died. And it's just, we all are hurting. And so I said, Kayla, if you want to tell me something, because I posted a question, I said, let them pick up the phone. And you guys picked up the phone.
Yeah.
But it's hurting. Anyway.
She was such a unique, inspirational being. Is that true?
Yes.
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 She passed on the 11th, you said?
August 11th, on her mom, my sister's birthday. And my sister is a total wreck.
I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. So when I go into the energy, the first thing that I see here is that last year for her was a difficult year. Yes, she went through a lot of emotional things. Your niece, correct?
Yes.
She went through a lot of changes. And I feel like when I look at the energy around her, she was just such a courageous, almost like a little lion. She's just so powerful. She's a powerful little lion. And I feel like she was getting ready to make some moves for work and career. Yes, she was getting ready to get promoted and move herself up. Yes, this is what was here on the physical plane for her. When I take her to the end of the other side, where she's just entering in here, so the connection is not as strong, I hear the song in my head, in the arms of the angels, fly away with me. It's that high-pitched, she's with the angels. And it's like this energy of, she was greeted by the angels, and she shows me, because the conversation's a little weak, but she shows me that her mother's mother, her grandmother, is there with her. Is that true, please?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
she came to her in the crossing. So she was there for her, because there I see a very matriarchal, strong woman. Was your I guess it's your mother, right? Because it's your sister.
Yes.
So your
Yes.
mom was a very strong woman. Yes, please.
Yes, yes. She just passed
She
March
met her.
1st, 2020. So she's been gone a year now.
So she met Kayla.
Okay.
So she was like, it was like visiting grandma all over again. And that is where she sits. And then she's showing me her wrist. Did she have something on her wrist that she always wore, please? She's showing me her wrist.
Right. My daughter went and brought her a bracelet. We didn't know she was going to die. She brought her a bracelet to the hospital, and we put it on Saturday on her wrist.
Yes.
Oh,
So
we
she's
did.
showing me the bracelet there. So she thanks you for that.
My daughter bought it. I'll tell her.
Yes,
She bought
please
it
tell
for her just for a gift.
Yeah. And she's giving us that evidence so that you all know, because she knows how much you're hurting. Again, I'm sorry for this loss, but I have to tell you that we see here that she is a complete peace, and she wants you all not to hurt because she is okay.
And her two sisters are hurting, and I'll let them know.
Let them know. And who has the bracelet now, please?
We took the bracelet back because she was cremated.
Okay.
So we're going to give it back to my daughter who gave it to her.
Okay, great. And that will be her forever link to her.
Okay.
And
Okay,
you were like her favorite aunt, yes?
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
That's what she's like. She's my favorite aunt. Tell her that. So.
Oh my gosh! Right. And what about her mom? What? Because her mom is not doing well with this.
What is her mother's name?
Arlene. Okay. And she was born August 11th, the day
11th.
Kayla died.
Yeah. Well, it's so horrible to lose a child. This is very unexpected. She was fine, yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. And did she have an upper respiratory issue here in the chest and the breathing, please?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. She was having trouble breathing, and then they found other things while she was there, but I think it was just, I don't want to say too late, but yeah, she was having trouble breathing.
Yeah, because I feel the heaviness in my chest, and I don't feel like anybody could have done anything any differently. So tell her mom she did everything right.
Okay.
All right, and as she connects in the energy more and more, I'm sure we'll be able to hear from her more and give you some more evidence. But I hope we've given you enough evidence so that you realize that she is at peace and she is with her grandmother.
Okay.
All right. Sorry
Thank
for
you,
your
sir.
loss. Thank you so much. God bless
Thank you.
Bye for now. Bye. Okay. We're going to go back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. And I've got to go to Angela. She's in Georgia. Angela, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And how can we help you tonight?
I just want to know if, my spirit guides have anything they think that I should know. I mean, I just turned 50, and I feel like I'm all over the place.
Well, last year for you was very difficult, correct? Last year brought you to your knees financially, emotionally. It was not a graceful entry into turning 50 this year, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And I feel like you should be further along in this, yes?
Yes.
And I also see here that you thought you would have better relationship.
Yes.
Better support, and you're feeling like you've done all this and you're still alone. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So let's talk about that story. So when I go back in the energy and I look at where you are and I see that last year was difficult, I also go back and I go back to 2011. And they tell me 2011 was difficult. And that's what started this whole cycle of 2011 through up into 2019, 2020. Does that make sense to you, yes?
Yes, it does.
And it's like you lost 10 flipping years, just like that.
Yep.
And so Frank Sinatra has that song, Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention, right? So if for you, you've got a lot of regret, but you also stand proud in that you did it your way. You're proud of who you are. But now you're looking back and you're realizing that, and we just got evidence of that, just talking to someone here today, gone tomorrow, right? Our previous caller, her niece. You're looking and say, okay, well, what am I going to create for myself? Because moving forward, how is life going to change for me?
Yes.
So next year, we are looking for primary partner, primary love in our life. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Next year is a love year. I feel like we got to get on the love train, honey, because it's the love year right now coming up into 2022. And when I look at that energy, they make me feel as if that love energy brings you partnership. And I also feel like you're ready to make a move. But in order to move, you want to secure something different in work so that you can be a little bit better off. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So, we've got a whole new attitude. We've got a whole new way of being here. So I want you to trust that something great and better is coming for you in 2022. And I want you to focus and not beat yourself up on 2011, 2016, 2020. These are the markers of time where we have choices and things, and it just didn't flow right. Do those dates make sense to you?
Yes, they do.
Okay. So when I move you into this 2022, I got a new attitude. That's your theme song. And I want you to write down what you want to create in your life. You're not as all over the place as you think you are.
Okay.
All right? Singleness of purpose. Focus on what you want to create and how you want your life to be, and things will change for you.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Angela. Thank you so much for calling. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to go back to the phone lines. We've got phone calls all across the nation. So I want to hear from you. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Florida, Chicago. We want to hear from everybody. So stay with us. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And that's me, Sarah Spiritual. We'll be right back.
Know me, do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITOenlightenmentcenter.com. EDITO-enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me.
And we are back here live on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And we're answering questions all across the nation. And I've got to go to Sahara. She's in Connecticut. How are you doing, Sahara?
Hi.
Good to connect with you. Is this your first time calling?
I called on my birthday past, and I wanted to know what do spirit have for me, and am I on the right path of my spiritual enlightenment? And because a lot of things changed for me, and I've been in reflection mode. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering, what spirit?
So you're in the right place. Okay. So let me just say this to you. Contemplation and reflection are necessary for you now. I feel like when I go back to 2013, we had some difficulty then. Life was tough for you then, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And when I go to 2015, that too seems to be an awkward time. So I feel like the past 5 years or so, you've been trying to rebuild yourself, and you're not where you would want to be at this time. I feel as if you're not sure who's on your side, who you can trust, who's supporting you. I feel like you're feeling like you don't know where the truth and the lie is around your circle. Am I making sense? So you're causing yourself to step back. And there's a part of you that doesn't trust yourself because sometimes you don't trust your judgment, yes?
Sometimes.
Yes. And so as you sit and you're still, you're trying to discern between your own thoughts and the voice of God, because it's the voice of God that's going to lead you to where you need. This year, from your birthday, which just passed, happy birthday, to this following year of your birthday in 2022, this is a pivotal time for your soul. This is when you change gears, literally change gears from being and doing things one way to a whole nother path, a whole nother life. Like you've essentially asked God to give you a new life. Yes?
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense? Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And you want to have a meaningful, purposeful life that takes you in the direction of something that fulfills you and lets you know that you have a cheering section with you. It doesn't have to be the biggest cheering section, but you want to know that you are loved and you can count on someone. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And I also see that there's a division, a separation, a rift between you and some family members or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it's not working for you now, please do not compromise who you are and be someone that you're not to please them. The lesson of this year, of your birthday to the next birthday, is being true to yourself and understanding who you are before you learn to conform to what everybody else wants you to be, which is what you've been doing for about the past 30 years.
Can I ask something?
Go right ahead.
About my love life. I wanted to know, is somebody going to enter my
yes.
Is somebody going to enter my life?
There is love that comes for you. But you're healing from the past loves, which had a lot of betrayal and disappointment, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And all of that ended not too long ago, correct?
Right.
Okay. So give yourself you need to pause because you need a break. Like, you're like, I want to ask about my love life, and my spirit guides are like, love? What love life? There's no love life here going on, okay? And the reason why you need to reflect is you need to be who you are inside in your authenticity in order to attract the right person. Okay?
Right.
And that's what this pause and this reflection is. When I take you to 2023, which seems a long way away, but it's really not. We are looking at about 18 months. That's when I really feel committed love partnership. Doesn't mean you might not date someone or meet someone, but 2023, that's when I'm like, the hills are alive with the sound of music. Ah, right? And I hear everyone singing, and it's like, oh, I am 16 going on 17. You're in love. But we got to get through this stillness, because it's in the stillness that you can heal of the choices that you've made, but also heal the childhood, because when I look at the childhood looks kind of battered. And I feel like the early childhood experiences cause you to step back from people and not attract the highest vibrational match. And you've been, I don't know, scuba diving and coming up with muck. I don't know what that was.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm laughing because you said scuba diving.
I don't know. That's
right.
That's the vision they gave me, right? I'm like, all right, whatever, scuba diving, whatever. But you pulled up seaweed, honey. There ain't no good catch there. Like, give me a pearl, give me something. You pulled up seaweed. So we're throwing the seaweed overboard. We are starting a new life, a new way of trusting and remembering that in the stillness you hear the voice of God, and you're learning to still your mind, which has always been a problem for you because it's a very overactive mind you have, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sahara, for now we're out of time, but I hope I've given you some insight, some guidance, and I've answered your question.
Yeah, you did. Thank
you. You're welcome.
You.
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take another minute to hear from our sponsors. Then we've got to pop back on before they pull this 600th show right out from under me. I can't believe 600 shows with all of you. And we're going to commercial right now so we can be right back and get right back to the phone lines. Stay with us.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Do you know me? Do I know you? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are spiritually speaking to all of you right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And the phone lines, they keep running. I don't know. We're going to have to learn to stay on. We have to. I don't know who's on at 8 o'clock. We're going to just have to bump them. Make a phone call, somebody. I think we're going to need to stay back on for 3 hours. We're going to have to stay later, because these phone lines are still ringing here. So what are we going to do? Do I have that question for Facebook? No. Okay. Well, could you work on that question for Facebook for me, please? Okay, we're going to go back to the phone lines, 888-565-1470. It's special ed, Mercury pre-retrograde here. at WWNN. I'll tell you, but we are really glad to connect to all of you. I've got to go to Sarah. Sarah is in New York. New York, it's a heck of a town. Sarah, how are you tonight?
Hello, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing great, Sarah. Good to connect with you. Time for you to really make some moves for career. Is that what you're looking to do?
Oh, that's something, yeah.
Okay. I see a direction of growth, expansion, financial wellness. Investment in self will lead to much success in the next 2 years to come. Are we looking to advance our career in this next 6-month period time, please?
I was hoping so.
That's what I see. So let me serve as your validation that it's in the energy and it's coming. So I want you to look forward to that, okay?
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Okay. What is your question for me, Sarah?
If it's okay, I had 2 quick questions. The first one was about, I wanted to know how my boyfriend's mom's health is.
What is her birthday? What's her birthday?
It's October 14th. I'm not sure the year, if it's 1961 or 1962.
Okay, so when I look at the energy around her, I feel like all of 2021 has been a difficult year for her health. Is that true?
Yeah, very much.
Okay. And I feel like it's been complicated. It got quiet, like it was something that was kind of just resolved, and then something else cropped up. That's how I see her health. Yes, I see 2 or 3 things popping up here. So if it's not one thing, it's another. And then we go back, and then we're better. And then, so she's been in and out of the hospital or doctor's offices recently, yes?
Both, yeah.
Okay. But now I feel like they have a diagnosis for her. Is that true?
Yes. Something came up today that was good, so.
Okay. So she's going to, they still have to regulate something in her body. They still have to give her the proper, I'm going to call it medicine. But I feel like once she's there and she's more stabilized, this was just her wake-up call. She wasn't really taking good care of herself.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one more big test she has to take, though? I feel like there's one more big test that she has to go for. Something I see coming. Okay.
Yeah.
We need that to be favorable for everything to kind of get back to normal. So we'll give that some time. But I feel like this year was just all about health. It was her shake-up, and it's time for her to move into next year, which is going to be a much more healthy year for her.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. She's going to have to push a little bit through this and follow what they want her to do, but she'll get balance back for this. And your other quick question for me, Sarah?
Okay. I just wanted to know if I'm going to be moving soon out of the place I just moved into recently.
If you're moving out of there?
Yes.
Oh, my. Was the place is haunted or something? What's going on?
No.
No. The move that you want, I don't know how fast you want to move, but when I look at it, I look at the energy October, November.
Okay. That seems pretty good.
Yeah. But I feel like you need a better plan as to where you leave from here to go there, okay? Something's not set. Hear me. Hear what I'm going to say. You have an idea of what you want to do next, and so you want to leave one thing and go somewhere else. However, make sure everything's set where you think you're going to go, because I don't believe that everything is set that way yet. Okay?
Okay.
The details and things are not as firm as you may like them to be, and you need to make sure before you close out this that you have that to jump to. I'd hate to have you jump as a little frog on a lily pad, and there's no lily pad.
Okay? Right, exactly.
All right? I need a landing spot for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. And ask Archangel Raphael to work with your boyfriend's mom so she can heal quickly and with ease and grace. All right? Thank you so much. All right.
Yep. Thank you.
888-565-1470. Did we find that question? No, we did not find that question. Okay. We have 1 minute. I've got to go to Allison. Allison is in Lantana. Allison, we've got 1 minute. What's your question?
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
I guess the question is, I kind of feel like I'm at a fork in the road for pretty much everything in my life. The last 8 months has been a little bit of a sandstorm. I'm starting to clear everything out, get back to where I need to be and be able to focus. But I'm at a fork in the road, like literally professionally, relationships, friendships, everything just seems to be so uncertain, like I have no idea where to go.
Okay, so here's the first thing that I'm given. So this year represents your balance, and everything that you talk about was out of balance. So we need to look upward and surrender this all to God. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I hear the theme of Frozen in my head, and I feel like as you sit and be still, you ask for the truth to be revealed in the scenarios that you're in so that you can see if it's for me or not. Next year is such a powerful, creative year for you to align yourself with things that make you happy and help you follow your bliss. So since tonight's theme is Follow Your Bliss, I want to say to you, hey, if it doesn't feel good for you, if it's not in alignment with what your bliss is, it's something that you've outgrown. You've been growing spiritually and emotionally so quickly, and that you need to just let it go. All right?
Yep.
All right.
Great.
Keep me posted, Allison. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
We're going to grab that Facebook question from Nat and Mike Allen. What is next big move for me on my household? The next big move for you on your household is going to be getting the figures together for finances. And I feel as if there's a new business opportunity and work opportunity coming for you. And then the move is time for you to move, Nat and Mike Allen. So you close out this year with a move and more money. So keep us posted with that Facebook question. Everyone, keep us posted. 600 live shows. Could not think of a better bunch to hang with. Follow me at Facebook. Follow me at YouTube, Instagram. You name it, just type in Sarah Spiritual. And if you want a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, let's chill and talk about what Spirit and I see and spend some time together. Let's do that. Visit sarahspiritual.com. Such a pleasure to work with all of you. Stay well, everyone. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answers your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed